And boom. Hello, everyone. It's none other than Chef Scott, your personal chef for today. And listen, I'm so glad that you get the opportunity to join me. As you'll notice that last week was the first time I did a live broadcast on my actual page. So tonight I'm going to be doing another wonderful meal. And I think next week I'll do one more. But after that, hey, you all going to have to join in with me. Hey, who we got? We got Stacy. Hey, Stacy, good to see you. Enjoyed the food that you made today. Really good. Look, so for all of you, like I said, who don't know, tonight I'm going to be preparing another one of these beautiful meals. It's actually called a roasted red cabbage, and it is simply delicious, nutritious, and as I always say, it's so good you shouldn't have to do the dishes. Hey, who we have here? Arnold Ruffin. Hey, Arnold. Again, this is going to be a nice meal to be able to make. As you know, all the meals that I make are heart-healthy meals because in the society that we live in right now, if you want to live long, you're going to have to make healthy meals and make healthy choices. And so that's what we're doing. As you know, I had a new release of a cookbook that came out about 3 weeks ago. It's called Food for Thought. If you eat clean, you think clear. And so we want you to be able to purchase that book. Make sure you get a chance to, give me some thumbs up after if you made purchase. Let me know, and what you think about it. Because, again, we have some wonderful meals that are all designed so that you'll be able to have a great heart-healthy meal. So tonight, as I said, hey, BZ, I think I got it right. Tonight, we're going to create this wonderful meal. It's like I said, it's a roasted red cabbage steaks. And these steaks are, like I said, going to be simply delicious. So I'm going to go ahead and start because I don't want to prolong and just make you have to wait the whole time just so you can see what we're doing. So here we go. You're in my wonderful kitchen. And I have before you, I have actually a cooking sheet. This is a cooking sheet that we'll be actually roasting it on. This is a red cabbage. Now, only because today I wound up doing some more shows earlier today. I had the entire cabbage, but what I tell people to do is whenever you have a cabbage, especially like a red cabbage or any of the green cabbages, you want to take the outside leaves off because a lot of those might have a lot more bacteria inside of them. Once you get down to a nice level where it's nice and smooth and clear, then you want to be able to wash it. We always wash the red cabbage or the green cabbage, whatever the vegetable is, wash it with nice cold water. And if you wash it with the cold water, it'll get a lot of those dirt products off of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to begin cutting this up because I want to cut them into about 1 inch thick because on these red cabbage steaks, they'll be about 1 inch thick. And I'll show you how I go about adding the season to it. Now, you might say to yourself, not that many people eat red cabbage, but maybe it's because they don't know all the benefits. Red cabbage has several different minerals, several different nutrients in it. It's really high. Let me talk to you for a second. Let me put it down just so you'll know. Back to my face so you don't think it's the cabbage talking to you. It's really high on a lot of different proteins. One thing that it has is it's good for vitamin K, good for vitamin C, good for vitamin B6. These are antioxidants that work really good with your body, actually help to cleanse in your skin, also help your heart, your vascular system to be able to work. Also, it's also good for your respiratory system. Believe it or not, there's a lot of good benefits to eating red cabbage. So again, we're going to just go into it. So I just told you a little bit about it, and we're going to go into what we're going to do. So here we go. Okay, back to the red cabbage. I'm going to start cutting it now into inch slices. Again, watch your fingers because when you're cutting, you want to make sure that you have your fingers either tucked and that they're clearly away from your knife. I try to always have a good cutting knife. If you have a good cutting knife, it's easier to cut through your actual materials or whatever that is you're cutting, but you want to make sure you have a good cutting knife so that it'll help on your cuts. So let me go ahead and start slicing this, and I should get about a good 3 slices out of this. What I tell people is, if you notice the bottom, this is where the stalk is. The stalk here, I always cut it out so it's even because when I'm actually cutting it, I want it to be able to stay there. I want it to be stay still. I don't want it to be as round as the rest of the cabbage because then it has a tendency to roll and I don't want to cut my fingers off. So here we go. I'm going to start cutting these here. First cut coming down. There, nice. There we go. Beautiful. That's your first cut right there. I'm going to put that right here in the tray. And then my next cut, actually, this is not that much bigger than an inch anyway. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep this cut as it is. And because, like I said, if I cut it thinner, it'll be thinner than an inch. And I don't want that. So I can utilize it at this size also. So what I'm going to do is take it here so you can see what I'm doing. I have it on a cooking sheet here at this time right now. The reason I have it on the cooking sheet and I have foil on top of it is because, again, when you're cooking and you're using your either cooking sheets or you're using your utensils like glass catered dishes, then what happens is it's easy while this actual food is cooking to cook into it, and you don't want to have to do a lot of extra scrubbing. So why not use some foil that you can take after you're finished cooking, ball it right on up, put it in the trash. Easy to do. Okay, let me tell you what I do next. So we got the red cabbage steaks and they've been already cleaned off. Now I'm going to be able to start seasoning them because your seasoning is going to make the difference in how it cooks and also what the flavor is that's being cooked into it. First thing I'm going to do is I have here olive oil. Olive oil is one of the most purest oils that we have that we cook with. Not only that, but I have also inside the olive oil, I've combined some minced garlic. The minced garlic I'll be able to mix together with it, and it makes a really good flavorful, but it's heart healthy. It'll make a good flavor for the actual cabbage steaks, and you'll see how I do with them. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour a little bit on it, and I'll show you. There's a little bit there, and some right over here. And I'm going to, and always wash your hands. If you're going to cook, wash your hands. So I'm going to use my actual hands because I'm going to massage it actually into the actual cabbage steak. I want the actual oil to get into all the crevices. And as it's getting into those actual crevices, so is the actual garlic mince. And it's getting all around in it. Because as it cooks, I want the flavor to be cooking into it also. Same thing with this one, even though it's a larger one. This is going to be really good. And I'm going to, like I said, just massage it on each side. And as you know, you see already, the cabbage can easily come apart. And that's why, like I said, the way I had it cut, I cut it so that it keeps this part of it there. So it keeps the actual cabbage held together. So I have the cabbage on the actual tray. I'm going to set my oven now. I'm going to preheat my oven to 375. If you can see where my hand, yeah, you can see it. Yeah. I'm going to preheat my oven to 375 because that's what it's going to cook on. You're going to find out also while I'm cooking it on that level there, once I actually put the cabbage into the oven, the difference between roasting and the difference between baking is that baking, I just put on one side. Roasting, I'm going to be turning over to the opposite side also so that it can cook evenly along with it. So along with that, I'm going to start putting a little bit of other seasons on it. 3 seasons that I normally cook with. One is a sea salt, because when you're cooking with a sea salt is a lot better than the actual table iodine salt. When you're cooking with that actual table iodine salt, that salt there will get kind of, it's not that great. It only has 2 minerals. It's cooked on 700 degrees. And when you're cooking it on 700 degrees, it burns a lot of the actual nutrients out of the actual salt. When you're dealing with sea salt, as you know, comes from the Mediterranean Sea or it comes from the Himalaya Mountains. That salt has over 82 minerals. So if you think about it, your table salt has 2 minerals and your sea salt has over 82, then sea salt's always going to be the best. So with this sea salt here, I have it here. It's actually a smoked sea salt. So they actually took the sea salt and smoked it, which gives it that smoke flavor like it's coming off of the grill. And since I don't have a grill, I'm going to be utilizing this sea salt here because it's healthy and it also gives more flavor. So here we go. Going to put some of this sea salt there and some of the sea salt there. Along with that, I'm going to cook with some ground pepper. Ground pepper is also great, very healthy also. And put a little ground pepper on the top. And then lastly, I'm going to use some GP garlic powder. Oh, I love saying GP. It's garlic powder. How about I use one that's open? Hey, that's the beauty of cooking live. I got to let you all know, when you're cooking live, this is not like YouTube. YouTube, I can cut, slice everything out, make it sound perfect, get the music in the background, everything going. Right now, what you see is what you get. And if I make a mistake, it stays there. So I'm going to try not to make a mistake. So here we go with the this is the garlic powder. I put the garlic powder all on it. What I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be putting it in the oven just shortly. And again, I'm going to be allowing it to actually cook into it. Now, it takes about 40 minutes to prepare this entire meal. And why I say the 40 minutes is because of this. 20 of the minutes is going to be prepared for one side. The same thing that you saw me do for this side, I'm going to be doing for the opposite side after 20 minutes. So then, I'm going to be turning the actual cabbage steaks over, season them the exact same way, cook them for about 20 minutes until they get a crispiness on each of the sides, and then I'm going to be ready to do the plating. Now, what I've done, I kind of got ahead of the game because I did the plating actually even before I made the actual cabbage. So here's a plating that I did. Simply, it just has some cucumbers, some tomatoes. I have some red onion, and I also have some baby spinach leaves. Those are really good, very high protein, very good combination. So I'll be putting the actual cabbage steak right on the top. And believe me, when it's through, bon appetit. And so, without any further ado, I want to let you know, once I put this in here, I got one more thing I want to do before I put it in here. I'm going to actually put on some butter, which is going to be some non-salted butter. You want to try to cut down as much as possible on the sodium, and you don't want to have any of that salt into it. So there's already been seasoned. So I have this non-salted butter. I just have about 3 actual thin slices. I'm going to heat it up real quick, and I'm walking over here to my microwave, and you see it right over there. Put it on in here. Maybe about 20 seconds it should do. Da, 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 da. And while that's doing that, I'll talk to you for a second. Again, like I was mentioning before, I'll be doing one more exhibition or one more demonstration next week, just so people get a chance to see live how I go about preparing these foods. The thing is that after that, I have what's called a Food for Thought Network. That'll allow people to be able to join in with me, to be able to see how I prepare my foods if you're a part of that network. Now, how you become a part of the network? Good question. Easy. What you'll have to do is simply purchase a copy of my book. The book is called Food for Thought. I will leave, after I finish cooking this, I'll leave in the remarks section a way for you to be able to just click on the link. It'll take you directly to where the actual book is at. I have a big discount, almost 25% off for all those that would join in and purchase the book within this next week. You'll be able to get a big 25% off discount, and you'll be put into the actual Food for Thought network. So you'll be able to see me prepare the same foods that are in the actual book. You'll be able to see me prepare them live, and you'll say, wow, there's it. And if you by chance miss it, like tonight, if you're actually here and you say, oh, you know what, I didn't get a chance to see that broadcast, it'll be kept live onto that actual site, or it'll be recorded, so you can just go to the site and see it after that, or you can just continue, like I said, to watch it live, or you can just see the video after that. Let's get that butter out. All right, so butter is through. Going back to the cabbage steaks. Here we go. And hey there, Sheila. I see Sheila. I see Aleda. See my big brother, Tearched. Pearly. What's going on, Pearl? All right. So I'm just going to take the butter and just gently place the butter onto the actual cabbage. Allow it just to roll onto it real nice and easy. And as you see, I'm just going to do a little bit. I'm doing a tap rub. I'm not trying to rub off the season that's already put into it. I'm just trying to allow that butter to be stabilized and go into the congruency of the actual cabbage. So without any further ado, the very next thing to do now is put it in the oven and see what it do. So without any further ado, I'm going to pull the camera back a little bit and get ready for the oven. Oven's on 375. This is going to be in here for, again, it's going to be all together 40 minutes. But we're going to just have it for, like I said, 20 minutes. I'm going to be turning it over. I can see my face now. Hey. So 20 minutes after this, I'm going to be turning the actual cabbage steaks over, the red cabbage steaks over. And then I'm going to be placing the same ingredients that I had on the top, putting it on the bottom of it, and then I'm going to put it back into the oven for 20 more minutes, which will be 40 minutes altogether, and then it's going to be through. Boom. I'll be putting it onto the actual plating. You'll see exactly how it's done. The beauty of it is this. Make sure that you are watching your actual steaks 15 minutes on each side. like I said, everybody's oven does the same way. You want to make sure that if you're going to be doing it, you want to make sure that you're cooking, don't burn it. Because if you burn it, who wants to eat foods? And believe it or not, this will be really great because kids love this type of thing because the outside will be nice and crispy, so it'll be like chips, and they'll be able to have all the flavor and everything that goes along with it. And at the same time, don't tell them they're eating healthy because they love that. So, without any further ado, I'm not going to hold you all on again because I don't want you to wait the whole 40 minutes waiting on food. But what I will do is, once the actual food is complete, I'll go ahead and make sure I do the plating. I'll take some pictures of it and post it onto the Facebook. So, without any further ado, thank you all for joining in. I see that's my buddy there. Let's see, got it. Yeah, I got Katrina there. All right, good to see you. And again, we'll look forward to having some more shows together. Just you'll see me post when I'm going to be going live and everything. So again, I appreciate all of your support. Hey, if you enjoy what you hear or what you're seeing, hey, give me thumbs up high or appreciate them. You know, chefs need love too. So without any further ado, thank you all again for joining. And I'm sure that if you get a chance to make this meal, you're going to enjoy it also. Take care. God bless. See you later. Bye-bye.